Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're opening up another Journey Together booster box, hopefully trying to get a few more hits. I've actually opened up a couple of boxes on my live streams and they were all right. They weren't anything too crazy, but I will say we didn't get any big hits out of them as far as SIRs or gold cards, so I'm hoping based on that, we got a gold in the first box, we got the Lily's Clefairy in the second box. These two haven't had anything, so I'm hoping in this one, if not the last one, there will be something. So I decided why not record both, and then we'll see what we end up getting. But yeah, two more boxes left to go, and we'll just see how far we can get. Showing off the lovely little Reshiram promo there, so very nice. Also, if you guys haven't seen, we started doing live rip-in ships over on the channel. We haven't really had a set schedule yet. Right now, we've been trying to stream a little bit here before Journey Together comes out. Obviously, the time this video comes out, it'll be well after that. But yeah, we were trying to do a few streams and trying to do some rip-in ships, and we had some people come through, buy packs. And so obviously, if you guys are ever interested, we do have some packs up. I could show you guys what the prices are looking like as of now. And honestly, it's been fun just being able to chill, talk to people, being able to open packs and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. Of course, slowly but surely, hopefully things will get better. We'll be able to get more inventory and everything like that. Just, part of starting, we got to, start somewhere. So obviously it'll be, it'll take a little bit to grow and everything like that. But hopefully, we just continue to do well. But yeah, if you guys want to ever be in on those, or whether you just want to chill in the stream or anything, I think it's a lot of fun. So definitely stop by. But yeah, no, it's been pretty fun so far. But I've opened up a couple boxes on those live streams, and like I said, we really haven't gotten much. I really opened up this pack very weirdly, so. But yeah, we'll get right into it here. Zoom in a little bit. I really need to maybe start with the zoom in. But yeah, let's see if we got anything in this box as far as a big hit goes. I kind of want to try to stay away from that, line of thinking. It's hard not to, just seeing or thinking with my analytical brain that I have, but it is just what it is. But right now, first off, we didn't get anything. Yeah, right out the gate, I'm just thinking oh, well, we've opened up this many packs, this many boxes, these are the odds, da, da, da. Of course, everything is always going to be different when it comes to odds and stuff. We all know that. Like I said, I think with my Surging Sparks booster box case, which I never made a video on or anything because I wasn't uploading at the time, but I think I was pretty lucky in that, being able to get 5, big hits out of a case, which normally you typically get 4, if not 3 sometimes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, let's go. That is incredible. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh, we pulled the Lily's Clefairy and the Ionos Belly Bolt. That is phenomenal. I am so ecstatic. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. So happy to see that. And what's funny now is normally I don't have all the supplies and stuff on me. I might have a sleeve or whatever, but now I've got my sleeves, I got my top loaders, I've got all that stuff. So now I'm well, I gotta put it in something. So, now we got something going here, but I'm curious to see just what it looks like. It's really not bad. It's kind of clean. It's not the greatest centering. In the bottom right corner looks a little iffy as far as the cut of it goes, the cut of its jib, but no, it's absolutely phenomenal. And then there's the Lily's Clefairy there, because I was showing that to my stream yesterday when I did my first stream, so they got a bit of a sneak peek for this. But beautiful, beautiful belly bolt. That is huge. I'm very, very happy for that. Of course, for the case right now, like I said, if there's even one more hit, whether it's weirdly in this box, which would be absolutely crazy, or we end up just getting another hit in another box, I'm hoping if it's the Ends Zoroark, that'd be just phenomenal. Honestly, I kind of would like Hop 2 though. But of course, we are looking at potentially getting a gold card, which of course we only need one gold card. We do need the Ionos Belly Bowl, because even though in the box or the case we didn't get Zoroark, we do just have it in general. So, and Volcanion showing up a little bit there. He also has an SIR that is incredible. So that would be kind of a nice one to see too. But of course the trainers would be just a little better. But yeah, no, incredible hit. I'm so ecstatic we were able to get something so good right there. I've had it, where I pulled something in the first pack, and that's always been oh, Articuno. Oh, so I try to keep it a little bit chill, but Articuno, actually, that's funny. We got an Articuno, very, very nice. I think we may have pulled that in my first box as well, but still an incredible illustration rare. Very nice to see that. And a nice Holo Tyranitar. It'd be nice to see if we can get multiple pulls in a pack. I feel like I haven't done that in quite a while, unless I'm just misremembering, but yeah, that'd be kind of nice to see something like that. But next pack, Journey Together, has honestly been a lot of fun, and if you guys do get the chance to open it, I really hope you guys do, based on what I've been seeing with some retailers just making it more readily accessible and available, which I think is awesome. So if you guys get the chance, definitely get into opening some of it at least. I think it always comes with a new set as far as seeing all these new cards and everything. Like, it's always exciting to see from the, TCG perspective, hey, we're getting a bunch of new cards, for competitive, I should say. But then also just from collecting, it's just like you get something new like this sometimes, like this new, with the trainer Pokemon and everything. And trainer Pokemon have been so popular in general that I think it adds a bit to it. So that's been very nice. Iris' Fighting Spirit and an Alcremie. But yeah, very fun set to open. And I'm not sure if I'm mixing it now with my video or the live stream that I just did before this, but I feel like we are starting to potentially see already, if not, we'll see it probably after this. The Mr. Mime, by the way, what a sick art. I love that. Goto Minori. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before, or this style anyway, but I really enjoy that. Sprigatito. Of course, Brock Scouting. We got a couple of full arts for that card, so I'm pretty happy with that, because if I do play it, I feel like you're not typically playing more than 2, but it'd just be, something nice to have in case I need to play them. And then obviously if I'm only playing 1, I could use 1 for a deck, so that'll be cool. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm in a minority with, I was about to say with pulls, and not even just pulls though, but like the fact that I even buy an entire case, not many people can or do, just because of the extent of it, which normally I wouldn't, but I only just did it now because I knew it was going to be a risk at the end of the day, and so we'll continue to see if it continues to be a risk, but Oh, we got a Paldean Clodsire, not bad. I know we're seeing some repeats as well, which, it's not always the worst thing, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I don't want to fall too far behind in missing some of these cards. Like, I don't know, maybe I have gotten a Blaziken, I could be wrong, but I feel like I haven't gotten a Blaziken, and I don't know, maybe there's just that little of different cards and stuff that, like, I'm not noticing that. I mean, we're getting duplicates, but it's because we've already pulled so much of the set that it doesn't really matter, but yeah, it's hard to tell. So we'll see, but a few packs left in this first half. I just want to stay optimistic about it, and I'm hoping we start seeing things change. I'm hoping with Dustin Rivals, as powerful of a set as it's going to be, like as far as an impact through, competitive, but also with collecting and everything, that we start seeing quite a bit of it. And, they start seeing it like Pokemon does, and they've been ramping up production, and we'll see more of it, and it'll be great. So hopefully we'll see more of that. And at the very least, if we see like a large market for it, that, hey, it's going to be, not as crazy as, Journey Together, as Surging Sparks, as Prismatic, right? Like, if it's a little bit more than MSRP, that'd be perfectly fine with me. But if it's anything wild, then it's like, all right, we got to chill out. But all right, enough speak about that. I just want to get ripping into this set. Hopefully we're starting to pull more stuff. We really haven't pulled much in this first half. We pulled a few EXs, which has been nice, and I feel like these boxes are littered with regular EXs, but we've only pulled 1 illustration rare and 1 in the SIR, but not much else. And another EX to Dunsparce, which will be, again, pretty good for the TCG itself, like the competitive TCG. Just to have 1 or maybe 2 in your deck is like not a bad idea if you end up running Dunsparce into Dunsparce, with the ability to be able to draw more cards. So that's kind of where we're seeing it now. Toadscroll's also interesting. We got Enzor Manitan, though. That would have been cool to see an illustration rare of. Actually, I don't know if you may have one already, but ooh, we got a Lycanroc. There we go. Getting an illustration rare right before we end the first half of the box, so not bad. It is a dupe, but very lovely indeed. Yeah, I forget what set it was. I remember I was seeing like duplicates on duplicates for hollows, and I'm like, why? What is going on? And it may have been for Obsidian Flames or a later set like Stellar Crown, but then I looked and I'm like, oh, there's like 10 hollows. There's not a lot, so that's why most of the hollows I'm seeing are very repetitive, because there's just not much of a difference. I think with illustration rares, I believe we have like 10 or 12 or something like that, maybe even 9, I want to say. And then, yeah, like I said, SIRs we have 6, golds we have 3, and then full arts we have about 10 or 12. So yeah, so far we got 4 EXs, 2 illustration rares, and the special illustration rare. So really, really solid start so far to the box. And, we haven't gotten any full arts yet, so I'm hoping for at least a couple. Typically, it seems about 2 to 3 full arts for a box, so that'll be kind of nice to see if we get anything here. I don't know what we're missing though as of now, so maybe any fuller trainers or anything, I'd have to look to see. But I know we've gotten Brock, we've gotten Iris. I want to say for trainers, like that might be it, although I don't know what other trainers there are for full arts, to be honest. I want to say the what is it, Billy and the whatever it is. We've seen it before, but I want to say they may have a full art. I could be wrong though, so we'll see. We got Oinkalon, which is really nice, Excelgor, Delmise, Lavencia, and a Butterfree. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before, but I kind of like to surprise myself with these sets. Like, I'll see some of the bigger cards, sure, and sometimes I do forget about them, but yeah, when I'm going through some of these sets, I'm like not even thinking about, you know, some of the cards that I'm like, oh, there's this card, like maybe a couple cards, but for the most part, unless I see them at a pre-release, I'm like, I don't even think about it. And, ooh, an End Zoroark EX, pretty good. Adding more to our End Zoroark deck. I'm kind of hoping to get a few more duplicates of these because I know I've had a couple people asking, so that'll be kind of nice to get. But yeah, like even the Articuno, I think I have seen it before, but I completely forgot about it until I pulled it the first time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I remember seeing people talking about it on Twitter, but I didn't remember ever seeing the actual illustration rare. Or, you know, like I said, I probably just forgot about it, but no, it's incredibly beautiful, especially once you see it for the first time. Like, oh, this is in the set? That's awesome. We got Maractus. Maractus was another one as well. I forgot it had an illustration rare, and it looked incredible. Mamoswine full art. Very sick. I love the style and design. It's like a cave painting, kind of like, that's what it kind of reminds me of, that it's like on a cave painting. That would have been a sick illustration rare, I feel like. I think that would have been cool to see. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing how everything goes with this. I mean, we've seen updates with TCG Live as well, which has been awesome with their new, obviously we got rotation, but they have the new trials, which basically adds like a new type of essentially game mode to the game every turn or every week, I believe. So like, I think it's week 4, week 5, we have Gym League, or Gym Challenge, I should say, which is really awesome. And then we have different events going on. So it's really cool that they're adding more to the game and making it just more unique. Like, that's something I always looked at back in the day. I remember when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like, there's some really awesome, you know, formats and stuff that they have, because they don't have rotation, but they do have like people are doing different things as far as like, you know, playing different formats, like, oh, when these cards were only legal, and like it was such a simpler time, that kind of thing, that it was like a cool idea. But, you know, it's a pretty sick idea. So, you know, the fact Pokemon's doing it's really cool. And then I kind of hope what they do is, depending on how everything works, I don't know, for video games when it comes to, let's say, servers and whatnot, how will they end up turning it into something where it's like, if they see that these gym challenges are, you know, the gym leader challenges, if they end up being, you know, really popular on TCG Live, because they know it's a popular thing in general, that maybe they'll introduce them into the live game as a permanent thing. That'd be a very cool thing to see. So, but, ooh, we got a Tapu Koko EX, so there's another hit. Not too many packs left to go, though, so we shall see. And then I'm hoping, because I still have one more box left, I will be recording the box, at the very least, for like a highlight video. And then you obviously will see that, but then also I will be doing it as one case all it takes, hopefully soon. So we'll be able to try to get that out and just see how the rates work, because I'm kind of curious with getting some dupes to know for sure. Like, it's been interesting opening these up, but also my brain's fried a little bit, and I've also kind of been all over the place. So I'm like, you know, we opened up some other Journey Together packs for stream and everything, which, by the way, we pulled in Zoroark for somebody, which was incredible. Like, pulling that was amazing. So I was very happy to see that. Ooh, we got a Swinub. Very nice, very cute. Again, very sick artwork. Like, I keep saying it, but how can you not? Like, look at what they're doing with this. Like, this is what we get from these sets now. It's amazing. And then obviously we have TCG Live, which the new, and I don't know when that video will be released, but in TCG Pocket, we have Shining Revelry, which has some incredible new cards. Of course, shiny Pokemon, but we also have just some amazing new illustration rares. And as a spoiler alert, I guess, I ended up pulling the, I was about to say Greninja, the Giratina from that set. It was the immersive one that Shinji Kanda actually made. And I was saying, like, I would love to know the process of making those, because I've seen fans make some what do you call it, some immersives, but I would love to know, especially from like an artist like that and being put into the game. Like, what was the process? What did they ask for? What was your idea when making it? Like, it's crazy and it's so sick. All right, let's get it going. We have 4 more packs here. Hop on the front. I'm very curious to also go through a lot of these, to go through the bulk and stuff like that to know what I'm going to keep. I think Hops Anaconda seemed really interesting. So this kind of can potentially like enable, Monkey Dory and stuff, which would be really cool. But I don't know. People have different strategies, and like, I'd be very curious to see what people will come up with some of these new cards. 3 more packs to go. And I don't know if we are looking, or what else we are really looking at this point, because again, this was a pretty solid box, I would say. Probably not the best box that I had. I would say the Clefairy box was pretty loaded, but in this box has been pretty good in general. But I do got to stop with my analytical thinking, like analytically thinking, comparing everything, all this stuff. Like, just enjoy the process, man. Like, sometimes I enjoy it, and then I get too thinky about everything. I think too much. Gotta relax sometimes, smell the flowers, you know. Blaziken EX, I think I talked about this before, that I hadn't pulled it, or maybe I've pulled 1 copy, but very happy to see that chicken. It's surprisingly been pretty decent. I feel like I've seen from like people trying to play it in the TCG, so I'd be very curious to see if there's going to be anything that comes from it. But it's like, I think people are trying to make it work. It would be kind of cool though to see that, and especially if they do something like Mega Blaziken. But last pack here, I kind of like paused for a second. I don't know why. Yeah, Billionaire. That was the trainers I was talking about before. I don't know if they have a full art. They may. But if we got anything here in the last pack, we do not. But that is definitely not a shabby box. All right, so going through all the pulls here, we got 8 EXs, which is kind of crazy. I feel like every box has been about like 7 or 8 typically, which normally I feel like with other sets, like you're getting about 5, maybe 6 sometimes, but it's kind of crazy. And then we only got 1 full art, which I was very surprised about. Full art Mamoswine, which again, though, I am perfectly happy with only getting 1, if that means getting, you know, such an amazing special illustration rare. But then we got this lovely Swinub, Lycanroc, which is a really cool one, and an Articuno, so that is a very lovely illustration right there. And then of course we got the Iono's Bellibolt to cap it off, so I am very happy we're able to get this lovely special illustration rare. Absolutely incredible, adorable. I love the way the colors pop on this. It is such a sick art. But yeah, that's another thing too, is we're hoping to potentially get some prismatic for the shop. Obviously I know it's hard to get, and obviously we don't want to, you know, spend, or we don't want to pay crazy prices for it and then end up having to, you know, sell them to you guys for even higher prices, because it's just, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we want to be able to help you guys get some product better. Yo, let's go. We get a gold in our last box with Iono's Bellibolt, and that is huge, because this was actually the last one we needed. Obviously, we didn't get like all of them in the case. We didn't get all of them in the case. We ended up getting the Spike Energy, but we got an Enzoroark at a pre-release, which was nice. But we get the gold Iono's Bellibolt, so I mean, I'll happily take that. If we get something else in this box, that'd be sick. But yo, we ended up this last with this case, with these last boxes, getting double Iono, so very sick card. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think what I'll go ahead and do, since we did pull a couple of duplicates here, I will be giving away these 2 illustration rares here. So we got Swinub and Lycanroc. So if you guys want to go ahead and win those, the link will be down in the description to the giveaway as always. And good luck to all of you guys. I think, so one thing I will say is I haven't really mentioned it much, and I'll probably put it at like beginning of another video or make it its own video, is these little Pokeballs that I've been making. I do want to do more for these and give more away. So I haven't really decided on what I will give away and doing all that stuff. But if you guys are interested in these, you guys can always hit me up on X if you wanted to purchase any. I can let you know what, you know, different Pokemon that I do have, but also, like I said, if, you know, you guys follow me over there, you guys will see me doing giveaways in the future, whether it's just, you know, hey, giving away one that, you know, I can just make for you, or giving away specific ones. So yeah, there's some very awesome ones, and I'm very happy that these have turned out as well as they have, and, you know, that you guys have enjoyed them so much. So figured I'd just throw that in there. But like I said, giveaway in the description for those 2. And then, yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed your Journey Together pulls so far. Let me know what you guys have been able to pull so far. Hopefully they've been all doing well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.